Okay, welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Steve. I'm here with my lovely wife, Kim.
Hi, everybody.
We're here to bring you a play of Taelmoor. This is a upcoming dungeon crawl game that relies on an app and scanning QR codes. Today we'll be playing through the first part of the campaign. So just to warn you, that does mean we'll be showing spoilers for this game. If you do not want to see spoilers for this game, go check out the stream channel where we play through the tutorial, the demo, and that way you can see how the game works without being spoiled. At the end of this video, we will be going over our first impressions, so stick around for that if you like, or just jump straight to it. But if you don't mind spoilers, hang on tight as we jump in and explore the world of Taelmoor. So in Taelmoor, we'll be playing as fantasy characters. I'm choosing to play as the dwarf tonight. So the dwarf has quite a bit of health and is basically medium speed, medium brawler. And of course, if you see on the screen, we also level up, so that'll be fun in the game as we play as Dungeon Crawler too. Of course, get some loot and level up.
Let's do it. I'm playing as the elf. She looks pretty cool. And she is...
Wait, I'll go.
And she's pretty fast, so I think that'd be helpful.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the game set up. Let's begin. Wait a second, there's nothing in the front table.
It's set up? What are you talking about?
Yes. No, the great thing about this game is there's no setup. You basically start the app, you start playing, and the app will tell you what to put on the table as you go. And to help you follow along with us, I've put my phone on the right side of the screen so you can see what we see. You see Kim has already joined the game, and she's playing as the elf. I'm going to go ahead and hit scan class. I will scan my QR code and confirm the dwarf. And now I am also in the game. So let's go ahead and start this up. So in this game, when you start, you will always have a private message. And the private message is only for you to read. So everyone's going to have their own private message. I will read mine out loud so everyone who's watching can follow along, but Kim's going to read hers silently. You've been called to this temple by unyielding dreams of power. The mines you settled in were evacuated because of strange fumes pouring out from the deep. Your dreams have led you here for answers. You are separated from your kin at a young age and know the ache of hunger and pain of bitter cold. Your resilience and constitution have seen you through some tough times, not excluding foraging from the trash bins of unknowing shopkeepers after nightfall. Be it the sight of blood and guts, unending nights in the wilderness, or the ability to devour whatever put in front of you, you can undoubtedly stomach more than the average Vale citizen. Sometimes literally. You've been tougher than those around you for as long as you can remember. Reckless and daring. There aren't many situations you don't try to punch your way out of. Not to mention your powerful legs that lend you great jumping abilities. As it requires a feat of physical ability, you're the first to test your talents. Now the important thing is, as you see any words in bold, those will have mechanical impacts to the game. Anything with a hyperlink on it, you can click on it and read more about it. I won't go through the hyperlinks in this play, I'll leave that up for you to discover.
And just some info about my character. I'm starting with a lockpicking set, so a little thievery going on.
Nice.
But being an elf, I do know Elvish and some spell casting, spell things.
Spell thingies.
Spell thingies.
Is the proper term for that?
Yes. I'm versed in some magic.
Okay, the Lost Temple. Staring up at the decrepit facade of what was once a magnificent temple, a group of strangers exchanged tense introductions. You were all called to this place by similar dreams. Together, you look to the half-buried structure and enter. It's dark and damp. An eerie voice whispers in your head. Weary travelers, be at rest. Your journey will be long, but good graces are well worth the charge. A master of time and purveyor of past, present, and future, welcome all to the trial of the three-faced god. Light slowly fills the room, and you're quite surprised to find yourself in what was once a grand dining room, now weathered with time and neglect. So anytime we see the location for A9, we have to find that tile, so we have found it already for you. And then in this game, because we are playing cooperatively, we act as a party, so we are controlled by this pawn. The pawn will keep track of where we are at all times. Place on the board, and then we're basically ready to start. So in this game, the app will keep track of the turn structure. And so right now, the green highlights on Kim, the elf, so it's her turn. And when on your turn, you can do 4 different things. You can inspect, you can interact with something, you can move, or use an item.
I'm going to inspect the room that we are in. There's ornate cabinets filled with dusty fine wares line the walls. Roots and weeds creep through the cracks in the stone. An ancient-looking man, E.E., sits at the head of a broken table where a large, unappetizing bowl of gruel rests between a few bottles of wine An empty passageway to the north leads to a long, dark hallway. So we're going to place a whole bunch of pieces on the board, and the man beckons you to sit.
Now it's my turn, so I don't know what we're doing here, but what's this old man doing? Well, I feel like I need to start talking to him, see what's happening.
All right.
So to do that, I will choose to interact, and I'll scan the old man, and let's see what happens. You take your seats at the table, and the old man begins speaking in a shaky voice. Thank you for joining us today. We so rarely get a band of merry travelers like yourselves. I remember long ago when this place was bustling with soldiers, scholars, and worshippers alike. You have a hard time focusing on what the man is saying because as he speaks, two other faces seem to form around his, moving in and out of focus. The sign of a priest of the three-faced god. The food was much nicer then, of course, and those darn soldiers always complain about more coin, the greedy lot. But you cannot win a war without muscle. The scholars had their flaws too, always searching for knowledge and greater power within their books. You can really only count on the loyalty of worshippers, I always said. Please, eat if you're hungry. So now we're in the dialogue part of it, and the nice thing is we can choose to ask questions at any time. We don't have to wait for each other's turns.
Okay.
So I'm really curious about this meal that he prepared, so I'm asking about this gruel, because it doesn't look very appetizing. What do you know of the bowl of the gruel? Yes. I prepared that fairly recently. Help yourselves.
Ew.
You is right.
But, I don't know, you might as well eat it.
Yeah, okay. You would like to ask any questions?
I can ask him about the hallway.
Okay.
Let's see, what can you tell us about the hallway? Do you have any details on the long hallway?
Every door you choose is as important as every door you don't. Well, that's not very useful. Try them all, or try a few. The choice is yours. Although, there is always a correct choice. Come to think of it, let us see if we can figure it out faster than the others before you. So apparently we're not the first.
All right, got some puzzles. I'm good.
I'm good too. So end the dialogue, and then we'll see whose turn it is. It is my turn. Well, based upon my backstory...
Eat it, eat it, eat it!
And Kim coaxing me on. She wants me to eat this delicious bowl of gruels.
There's a worm in it. It's gross.
It's got eyeballs in it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see what happens if I decide to eat at the table with the old man. You take a swig of one of the bottles of wine to give you some extra courage. You savor the earthly taste before picking up the bowl of gruel and downing it. It is by far the most disgusting thing you've ever tasted. The broth is thin and slimy and filled with large chunks that slip heavily down your throat. You gag into the bowl, sputtering a particularly large chunk back up. For a moment, you don't think you can finish it, but something solid hits your mouth. You pull the bowl away from your face. A small, tattered book sits in the bowl. Add J3 to your party's inventory. So not only do we have our own items we can manage, but we also have a party inventory which anybody can manage. So here's the party inventory card with that book that was apparently in the soup. I don't know what type of soup he's making.
I don't know.
But here we go.
So it's my turn. I am going to inspect the book. Let's see what this is about. This is definitely a powerful spell book. All of the pages are blank except for one, which reveals a strong mending spell. You're pretty sure the other pages hold secrets too, but you're not sure how to unlock them yet.
There you go if you're a magic elf.
That's right.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty satisfied in this room. What do you think?
All right, move on.
Let's move on. I'll do a move, and we'll move to this long hallway. So, here we go. You enter into a long hallway where low torchlight bounces shadows off the walls, and the musty smell of mildew is unmistakable. There are 3 doors along the west wall. So door 1, door 2, and door 3. As you move to take a closer look, the same eerie voice whispers down the hall. Welcome, welcome, admired guests. I have long awaited your arrival with great anticipation. I am, of course, the three-faced god, and you are about to traverse the first test in my temple. In the poem, a number of doors lie before you. A few are not needed, and simply lead back through, while that of my namesake holds your next clue. Okay, so the nice thing is, because it's an app, I can actually scroll to all our past history, so if I need to reference that poem in the future, I can always come back to it.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to door 3. He's the three-headed god. Door number 3. 3 equals 3. Let's do it.
Okay.
I will inspect the door.
Inspect it.
Or should I just straight up interact with it?
Whatever you want to do. You want to just throw open the door, it's fine. If you want to look at the door closer, that's fine too.
I'll inspect it.
Okay.
Yeah, but little cautious.
Okay.
The door is covered in the number 3. Every inch of its surface looks scrawled on. Okay.
Well,
Bust it open.
Bust it open, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Behind door 3 is nothing but a stone wall, and an inscription carved into stone glows in a language you don't understand. But you think you recognize the curling letters as Elvish.
Good thing you had an elf in the party.
Yes. Okay, it's still my turn. However, in this game, you can always choose to skip your turn or pass it to a specific player. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to pass my turn to the elf, Kim. So it is now your turn, Kim.
Okay. So I should interact with the door.
Okay.
You find yourself staring at a stone wall with glowing letters. You instantly know it to be Elvish and read aloud. Battered coins and old decree with tarnished book become the key. Present them all to the ornate door to complete part 1 of your quest for valor. The words seem to melt away as you read them. Then the floor starts to shake. You take a step back and the door slams shut, walls around you shifting and vibrating. When everything stills, there are 3 more doors than before. Place doors 4, 5, and 6 on the east wall.
Okay, so it's my turn, but this is kind of confusing because now there's more doors, and now apparently the room's all shaking. The doors have been shifting, and I don't know what door to open. But the only clue we have is referencing the three-headed god, so I'm guessing we go through door 3. So try it?
All right, try it again, even
Try
though
it
it
again.
slammed in your face just now.
I mean, that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing again and
Yes.
expecting different results, right?
Yes, it's your turn. Make the choice.
You walk through to find yourself in a regular old hallway, A5. Crumbling pillars and pools of sour-smelling water fill the room. Scenes of worshippers in deep prayer are carved into the walls. In one of the scenes, a priest issues an edict from a scroll, his arm raised before him with a great enthusiasm. The only thing you see in the room is a dusty locked chest, J9, near the far wall. Okay, we found those pieces and put a pawn in there, and here we are. And it looks like it's your turn against the elf.
Okay. Well, there's a locked chest, and I have lockpicking equipment, so
Yeah.
I'm going to just go interact with the chest.
Okay.
Or I have to use the lockpick and then interact.
You need to use the lockpick on it, yes.
Yes, so first I'm going to use item. You go to approach the chest, but before you get 2 feet from it, you're thrown backwards, knocked into crates as you go. Dizzy from the blow, you stand up gingerly and look around. The symbol, GZ, glows on the floor in front of the chest.
Some
Oh,
kind of a trap is set around the chest.
Yes.
Well, I am... Oh, it's still your turn.
It's still my turn.
Which is good because I know magic.
Yeah, and this
What is this?
looks magical. So I'm going to inspect this thing that just knocked me on my behind.
Okay.
It's a rune. Oh, that's good to know because I know these things. You don't need to get very close to know that this is a rune. Curious about its nature, you walk forward and inspect the shape. 2 prongs point out in your direction from a central circle. You know this to be a wall of energy rune and think you can disarm it if you interact with it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's still your turn, so...
Still my turn, so I'll interact. I guess this is what I get for just running towards the chest without checking myself. You sit down in front of the rune, careful to keep your distance, and take a deep meditative breath. You place your hand atop the glowing symbol and begin to trace your fingers over it. Within 2 breaths, the glowing ceases.
Nice, got disarmed.
All right.
So I'm up. There is a chest there, so let's take a look at it. I'm going to inspect that chest, see what it's about. Okay, locked chest. The rune was successfully disarmed, so you stroll up to the chest and fling it open, except it's locked. Maybe someone in the party has lockpicks.
Yes, I do.
Speaking of which, it's your turn.
All right, now I will use my lockpicks on the locked chest. You brandish your thieves' tools and get to work. The lock is newer than you expected, but no match for your skills. You hear the satisfying click and swing the lid open. Inside is a simple scroll. Add K2 to the party inventory.
Whoa, nice job, Kim, finding that scroll. At least I assume it's the scroll we need.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe you should look at it.
I should look at it?
Yeah.
It's my turn? It is my turn, so you know what? Why not? I'll inspect it and see what it is. Inspect scroll of writing. You unroll the scroll slowly, painfully aware of how fragile it feels in your hands. Time has curled its corners, and it's clear that many hands handled the parchment before yours. Part of the text is missing, but from what you read, it is a religious decree stating that the search for eternal life is abhorrent in the eyes of the three-faced God. A cheat against the mighty hands of time and mortem e vitae. Look back at the carving on the wall. You wonder if it's the same edict depicted in the image.
All right.
Okay, it's your turn, Elf.
Okay, I think I'm going to take us back to the hallway.
Okay.
Move to hallway. Unless you wanted to search the room for anything else.
No, it's okay.
All right.
You can always come back.
All right.
Right? Knock on wood.
Well, I mean, they shuffled around before.
That's true. Too late now. Your choice has been made.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, the rooms are leaving. You trudge back into the long hallway and see the room behind you dissolving into a mist. The door slams shut. Behind it, you hear a loud scraping sound as if the walls were moving. Then you realize the sound isn't coming just from the door 3, but all around you down the hall. The walls begin to spin until doors are just a blur. When everything settles, you notice 3 of the doors are gone. Remove D2, 4, and 5. Okay, 2, 4, 5. Those are gone. Didn't even look at those. So sitting at the end of the hallway is a large ornate door, D7, that was most certainly not there before. Beside it stands the old man, smiling as politely as ever. The time you are spending here is most unimpressive. So now this man is going to move into the hallway, and we have to put D7 at the end. So it's my turn, still in the hallway.
Well, maybe we should inspect the new door that appeared.
Okay.
And see what that's about.
We haven't inspected the other doors yet either, though.
Yeah, you can inspect a different door if you want.
I'm going to inspect door number 1.
Okay.
Well, door number 1 is a large wooden door with a 1 scratched into it.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. What are you going to do?
Probably something as useful. I guess let me just look at the ornate door. I'm curious what that's about.
Let's see.
You look for a way to open the door, but there is no doorknob or lever that you can find. You take a step back to inspect it better. The door is quite ornate, carved with the images of soldiers, worshippers, and scholars. The soldiers huddled together, holding piles of coins in their hands, their faces twisted with malice and greed. The worshippers appear benevolent and kind. Many are bent in prayer, while others recite religious scrolls. You cannot see the faces of the scholars, who all have their noses buried in various books. The scene reminds you of when you first sat down with the old man and he rambled on about the past. So this sounds like the other room we were in when we found the scroll, right? With the kind of imagery there.
Well, yeah, but this is, if you remember from before, it says you need to present 3 items to the ornate door. So it'd be the scroll, which we found. We need the book, which we have.
Yep.
And now coins.
Like, you need to find the coins.
So it's my turn. I'm going to just bust into room number 1.
Okay.
Because it's just a wooden door. It said nothing special about it. That's interacting with door. Hopefully I'll just walk in and everything's, cool. What's going to happen? You cautiously open the door. It's hard to see through the thick darkness, but you can just make out dingy hallway A7. As you walk through, you hear an old man call, "Oh, I would not have chosen that door if I were in your shoes." Cool.
Good choice.
Torches light with fire as you enter the room. It's old and dingy like the rest of the temple, but there are effigies of the three-faced god scattered about. You take a closer look and notice that some of the statues aren't covered in as much dust, almost as if they've been placed here recently. The sound of your startled party members pulls you away, and you find yourself surrounded by slimes. Add slimes, EJ, to the room.
Okay, we put that stuff on the board, and guess what? We're now doing combat. So look at all the lovely slimes and just the 2 of us against a horde of slimes. What did you get ourselves into?
The door just was so innocent looking.
Let's just walk through the door.
Just walk through it. It's all right.
So yes, in this game, the combat is done by cards. And so everyone has a 10-card deck. What you do is you shuffle up the deck, and you draw 5 of those, and you choose one of those cards to play, and then you refill your hand up to 5 cards. Basically, the cards will do different things, but it tells you what speed, what targets you're attacking, what damage they do. So we're going to talk over our strategy first to see what we're going to do against all these slimes. Luckily, they look pretty slow because the first number on the screen for each of these slimes is low. You see the numbers like 17, 13, and 15. That's their speeds. And after that, it tells you how much, what effect they're going to do and what they're targeting. So when we talk strategy, and we'll figure out what we want. Okay, so talking it over, we're going to start off with Kim. What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot some slime guys.
Sounds like a good idea. So you're going to do 5 damage and you target the top left guy, and I'm going to do a shield wall, which is going to grant 4 armor to both of us.
That's good.
Because we'll need it.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad guys.
Okay, we scan our abilities, we hit go, and the app will do the round for us. So here we go, let's see what happens. Round 1. That gives us armor. You go in for the attack, which is great. Oh, he's going to heal. He healed himself.
Heals.
Look, he's healing himself too. You got poisoned and attacked right there.
Uh-oh.
More poison, more attack.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's fine. More poison, more defense. And, yeah, lots of poison, a lot of defense.
I'm in some trouble.
Yeah, you have all the poison.
I have all the poison. That's great. All right, well, I can kill the guy in the top left.
Okay, we talked it over?
All right, I'm going to kill the guy on the top left because he's at 5, and I'll just do 5.
That sounds a good idea.
And then you're going to be a meat shield.
Yeah, I'm going to try to tank for you because you took a lot of hits last time. I don't think you're going to survive, so hopefully this may help.
I don't know if poison, if I have a way of getting rid of it, or...
Other characters can. I don't think we have abilities that I'm seeing, so...
Okay, well, we better just hurry up and kill these guys before I slowly die.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what happens next round. Round 2. Fight! I'm going to taunt. Oh, you just died from the poison.
That stinks so bad.
Yep.
You're screwed.
No, it's okay, because they're all attacking me. It's fine.
You are totally screwed.
No, it's fine. Nothing bad can happen from this. Nothing bad ever happens from 6 slimes attacking 1 lonely dwarf. So with Kim out of the commission, I think I only have one choice, and I just have to try to take out one of these guys, or try to deal damage. They all have so much health, and I can't target the one you've already damaged very easily. And so I think I'm just...
Go down swinging.
I'm going down swinging with my hammer, and let's see what happens. Okay, round 3. See if I survive. This might be rough.
You're not going to survive. You're so dead.
Hey, a little confidence. It's fine. Look, I'm only at like half health, and everyone's attacking me. Nothing bad can happen from this.
Oh no.
Oh, they just dropped my attack too and everything. Oh, there's my attack. At least I'm glad I attacked first before they decimated my attack.
You just gave him a flesh wound. He's fine.
Okay. Okay, I don't know. I gotta try to take out one of these guys. I'm gonna try to do my hammer again and see if I can get at least one of these guys dead. Here we go. Not really round 12. But I'll just take 36 damage from the poison.
Whoops.
And that's combat. And unfortunately, that's game over.
No!
So no, your mission has come to a grisly end. Fortunately, you can undo your last action and try again. So now the nice thing about this game is even if you die, so it's a good thing we showed you that you can die in this game.
Yes, that was all intentional.
That was intentional. We had to try again, and we'll undo the last action. So we'll undo us open that door. We can keep playing. So we're going to go ahead and do that and undo, because that door is never opened. So let's go ahead and pull our guys back and reset the game. Magic of not happening. Redoing, yes. It is my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and open door number 1. Just kidding.
That was the one we just died. There's a bunch of slime guys in there.
Just messing with you.
Maybe we'll check out door number 6. Far, far away.
Okay, we'll just open door number 6. Okay, let's see what's behind door number 6. There's most certainly a room there. Well, that's good. You enter a dimly lit hallway. A few benches are scattered about, and you're standing in a shallow pool of water. A small table on the east wall catches your eye. Sitting atop it is a rotting piece of fruit, JJ, that looks quite out of place. Okay, we're in this dim hallway, and it's your turn, Cam. What would you like to do?
Well, the fruit looks out of place. Should I inspect the fruit?
Sure, you can look, or you can inspect the room.
I'll inspect the room, because you might want to eat the fruit.
Why am I eating stuff?
Because that's what you do.
Okay.
I'm inspecting the dim hallway. The room that we were in. Your shoes stick slightly to the floor as you walk around. Looking down, you see that there are seeds scattered about and no shortage of ants crawling around.
Gross. Okay, I'm going to take a closer look at this fruit. Curious what it's about. You lean closer Leaning close to the fruit, the sickly sweet smell signals that it's beyond ripe. In fact, you figure it's well into rotting. You give it a poke with your finger and you feel the soft flesh give at your touch. Reflecting on what happened with the gruel, you know that they're the only one you could stomach it holds a clue. Well, it's your turn.
I'm passing it to you. I'm not
You
touching
don't
it.
eat it?
No, I'm not going to eat it.
Okay.
That is all you.
Okay, I will choose to eat this yummy apple to, I guess, make up for the gruel I had earlier. So let's eat this rotting fruit. And see, hopefully I don't die. Well, it looks like you're the only one with the constitution to make this happen. You scoop the fruit up and pop it into your mouth in one bite. It's gummy and stuffed full of bitter seeds. Even you can't handle it. You spit it out on the table and watch, wide-eyed, as the seeds arrange themselves to say, "What do you hope to accomplish here?" Remove JJ from the map.
So the fruit just mocks you.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, apparently that's not where we need to go.
So we have to make it through the slime guys?
Nope. Guess what door we probably go through? Door number 3, because the door is shifted, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
they
just
did
try
move
it.
Okay,
Let's try
so
it.
I have to move us to the hallway.
Yep, move to the hallway, and then probably interact with door 3.
Yes. So
Assuming nothing happens after you go through the hallway.
back into the hallway and interact with...
The other thing you can do, I'll mention this, is you can keep going. You can choose to move directly to a room, and it will move. You don't have to go room to room, and if things happen in the middle, the app will tell you.
Oh, okay. So it's smart.
Yeah.
That's good. You smell metal and fire as you open the door. You peek your head around the corner to glimpse a desolate armory, A1. The old man heckles at you from the door. Door number 3 again. So soon? Suits of armor and weapons are scattered about the floor and workbench. You search the armory for anything that might be of use going forward, but the weapons are broken and rusted. A broken heavy chain lies on the floor before you. You start to feel a warmth in your pocket and look down to see the spell book is glowing.
Okay, it's my turn. Well, so that's not what I expected, but
No,
I guess
it's
the room's
not.
shifted around. So I'm gonna take a closer look at this room. I'm curious what's around.
At the room or the chain?
The room, I think.
Okay.
Like most of the temples so far, the armory is severely damaged. There are images carved into the walls that remind you of the room with chests. These, however, are of soldiers in battle instead of worshippers. That glowing spellbook is pretty odd too. So this is aligned to the order of the ornate door.
Yep. I'm actually going to inspect the spell book. Or interact. Should I inspect or interact with it?
Well, you were interacting before. You can look at it again as things change, but you know that there's a mending spell in there, right?
Yes. But why is it glowing? Should I?
I don't know.
Or should I just pick up the chain?
Or you can look at the chain.
I'm going to inspect the chain.
Okay.
The chain has a hook on one end, indicating that it attaches to something. You look around the room and spot a metal loop in the ceiling with a thick cord running from it. Some poorly crafted pulley system, but how to reattach the chain?
Well, if it's on the ceiling, I do have quite the vertical leap.
Oh, okay.
So Gimli would be jealous.
Poor Gimli.
So let me try to interact the chain and see if I can't put it on the ceiling somehow.
Okay.
You try to lift the chain, but it's oh so heavy. Besides, the pulley system in the ceiling is too high for anyone to reach anyhow. You'll need something more potent than strength to attach this back in place. So I don't have a way of doing that.
Well, hold on. You said just a second ago that the spellbook has a mending spell.
Yes. Would you like to try to use the spellbook?
Yes.
Okay, I'll pass the turn to you.
I'm going to use the spellbook on this hook and chain that appears to have broken off the ceiling. A wave of arcane energy rushes through you as you recite the mending spell in the book. The room about you quivers with power as the structure begins to pull itself back together. Suits of armor hop back onto the walls. The forge surges with a roar, and the heavy chain swings high up above you on the ceiling. Ha!
Okay. Cool. Good job fixing that.
Yes, but now what does the chain do? You should pull on it.
I'll pull on it. Let me interact with it. So,
just keep on pulling that thread.
Yeah. Okay. You love to test your strength and jumping skills, especially in front of spectators. Well, apparently with you.
Oh, so impressive.
That's right. You plant your feet firmly on the floor, bend your knees generously, and spring into the air. Your hands find the chain links, and you swing your body back and forth, slowly pulling the chain down with your weight. A ceiling tile above you shifts, and the battered coins J6 scatter all around you, pelting everyone in the head. Add J6 to your party inventory.
All right, so here's some coins. All right.
Your turn. So we have the
my
coins.
We have the book, we have the scroll.
Hey, we have all 3 pieces,
We have
right?
all 3. Let's go present them to the fancy door.
Okay, it's your turn.
Let's move to the hallway.
And we're back. Welcome. This is Steve from the future.
Or past.
Or past, or something. Time works. I don't know. Anyway, while we were playing this game, we were getting towards the conclusion of this campaign. And we got to the point where we kind of realized that, you know what? I think something's up. And so we talked with the designers, and we realized that the slimes we were facing earlier were set for a 4-player mode because they are currently playtesting with other groups at 4 players. And so talking with them, they were nice enough to adjust the campaign so we can finish this campaign that you would see for a 2-player mode. So we'll finish campaign, and we'll show you how that looks like.
Cool.
Let's do it. Okay, so we are in the armory. It's your turn. So let's go ahead and let's continue on. Now we have all the pieces. So you want to move into the hallway.
I do want to move into the hallway.
Okay, go ahead.
You head back into the long hallway with the coins in tow. The floor vibrates beneath your feet and a sticky green ooze coats the floor. Suddenly, you're surrounded by slimes. One last test before your first test is complete. I shall let your lot handle this yourselves, the old man says as he steps out of the way.
Oh man, he should help us.
No.
Okay.
All right, so we're in the hallway.
Okay, combat time.
We're surrounded by ooze.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you just want to add that in for effects?
For effect.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's do some combat.
So right away I can see that they did adjust the balance of this. So that was really cool because they did it specific to this game.
That's right.
So kudos to them for helping us out here.
On another note, too, we were able to leave our game and jump back into it at a later time.
Yeah.
On separate days without doing anything, really. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm so ready to come. I'm going to beat these ooze guys now.
We better. So we'll draw our cards, and then we'll figure out how we want to beat these ooze. Looks like they're not moving very fast, so let's see if we can do something about that.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked it over, and we think we're going to try to take out a ooze right away before they can attack us.
Yes. Limit our poison exposure.
That's right. So I'm coming in with my hammer, and you're coming in with your
my bow.
Snipe from range. Okay, let's scan these cards and go to combat. And we are off. Here we go. Round 1. Look at that. Solid blow. Oh, wait, no.
Wait, you attacked the wrong guy.
Oh, because I'm attacking the front row, not the back row. Oops.
Oh, Steve.
I didn't read my card right.
Communication.
No.
I'm going to die.
You're going to die. No.
No, you didn't read your card right.
Well,
yeah, you're right.
Well, that didn't work well because, yeah, my card totally said front row.
Front right, I'm back right.
Yeah, so my bad. I guess reading does help in this game. So, okay. But hey, we got 2 of them damaged and you're still alive, so there's that.
For now. All right.
Okay, so I'm worried about these effects coming at us, so I decided I want to give us some shields. So I'm going to lay shields down for both of us.
And I'm going to shoot again.
Yep, you're just our damage dealer.
Yep.
And here we go. Let's see how this works. There's my shields going up for both of us.
Very good.
Attack the bad guy, which is a solid hit.
Oh, I got some poison.
Yeah, the poison's coming for you. And
you
me too.
At least we're sharing it.
We're sharing the poison this time?
It's okay.
I don't think I want to share the poison.
It's alright.
I'm taking all the poison.
You took most of the poison.
I took most of the poison, yes.
Alright.
Okay, so we got some licks in there.
That's okay. I can kill the guy in the back.
Okay, we're going off offense this time, so we can take out another one of these, or we'll take out one of them, actually. We haven't taken out any of them yet.
Take out one. I'm going to kill one for sure.
Hopefully, unless you miss.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
So you're going to try shooting, and I'm going to bash him on the shield. Let's see what happens. There's your hit. Did you get him? Yeah, one down. My damage is reduced. Ooh, you got some more poison.
Okay.
So far, you're doing okay. Oh no,
I'm losing some attack values.
You got debuffed. I'm getting debuffed too.
Okay. We have to finish this quickly, I think.
Well, yeah, you're out. We'll get some licks and then we're getting debuffed. Okay, so I think what we're gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to start tanking for you. Because I've got a lot of health, and I don't know how long it'll last, and I don't really have a ton of offense. So I'm gonna let you do all the attacking.
I'll just sit back. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, let's see what happens. Here we go. Round 4. Fight!
Yes. All right, so you're armored up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss, don't miss. Ha!
You got 7 damage. Took him out. Oh, they're healing a little bit.
That's
Good.
all right. That's all right. We'll get him. We'll
Okay.
get him.
Okay, as we're playing this, we realize that we've got a lot of poison damage coming, so if we don't end this quick, we're not gonna last.
Yeah, so what you just said about your plan is actually not the plan anymore.
No, not the plan anymore.
No,
that was a bad
take
plan.
him out.
So let's just start swinging.
Yeah, because I don't think armor protects you once you're poisoned. Like, you're already poisoned, you're going to take the damage.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
just shoot away.
Round 5. Here we go. Oh, look at that hit. You got him. Nice. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at your health. Your health is so low.
Oh no, my poison's going to kill me next round. As long as one of us survives, Steve.
Yes.
Just,
yeah, I don't think you survive. That's not good.
I probably won't. But,
well, we just have to take him on. He only has 3 health. We can do it. We can do it. Okay, so it's not looking good.
for me,
For you.
to clarify.
That's true.
I don't have any more attack cards. And with what I got, I think I'll just play that one for the sake of it, and hopefully,
okay.
hopefully you just end it for me.
Well, to be honest, this is my last attack card too, for a while. So yeah, this is kind of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got it because the guy's got what?
3 health.
3 health and 4. So just don't miss.
As long as it lands,
You're fine.
We're fine, or we should be fine. Let's see if see if that actually happens.
Okay.
Oh boy, there you go. 6 damage from the poison. And
I died.
Oh no, no! I will avenge you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Been avenged.
I did avenge you. Okay. So the cool thing about this game is you do get to level up, which is awesome. So we all reach level 2. Doesn't matter if one of us dies, as long as someone makes it to the end, everyone comes back to life, full health, and we level up. So in this case, we do get more health, and we get to upgrade our cards. So the cards we've been playing have been basic cards, and then there are some advanced cards as well. So for example, this Shield Bash is a basic one. You see at the top there, it says basic dwarf ability. This card here is the advanced dwarf ability. So you see the difference, it's got some other hash marks across it, and of course it says advanced. But I'll be able to take one of these basic cards, remove it from my deck, and replace it with an advanced ability. So I'm going to look at that right now, and we're going to figure out what we're going to pick. Okay, so what did you pick for your ability?
I picked one that I thought would be pretty fun. So it's Glamour. So I changed the highest damage that an enemy would do to a target, and instead it would target one of their friends.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Tech his own kind.
That's
like
right. Confusion.
I wish you steal the resolve because this card is really solid. 6 damage and 6 armor. So straight up, I love it.
Cool.
Okay, let's continue the game. You did it! All the slimes are dead, dead, dead. The old man clasps his hand together in mild enthusiasm, pointing towards the ornate door. Onward, travelers, and keep your wits about you. Nothing is as it seems here, you'll find. So I think what we need to do, now that we have all 3 pieces open the door, I'm going to try to interact with the door with those pieces.
Makes sense.
Actually, maybe we have to do them one at a time. Because, well, anyway, I'll try to interact with the door. We might have to do the pieces one at a time. Okay, let's see if I can work that door.
Work the door.
It's locked. There's no handle or knob. So yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel warm to the touch, though.
Okay, well, let's present the door with our gifts.
Our trophies.
Our trophies. All right, so it's my turn. I am going to use item. I'll use the book.
Okay.
And I will target the book onto the door. One by one, you hold the collected items up to the ornate door. When the decree scroll passes in front, the worshippers illuminate in white. As the tarnished spellbook, the scholars shine in blue. And when you present the coins, the soldiers illuminate in a dull red. You hear 3 consecutive clicks, and the door creaks open.
Okay, I'm going to try to open that door more, or let's see if we can walk through it. The ornate door is ajar enough for you to push your fingers in and gap and pull the large slab towards you. Beyond the doorway is a lush garden enclosed by the temple's ivy-covered walls. The door closes softly behind you as you exit the long hallway. The same haunting voice you heard earlier speaks softly in your mind. Very good, revered visitors. You prove your forbearance rather admirably, but what you seek still lies ahead. The garden is serene and calming as you walk on and on. You barely notice your own footsteps. Sleep pulls at your mind until you can't fight it anymore and close your eyes for just a moment. That's all for now. We're on to part two. So that concludes the first scenario of this campaign.
Awesome, awesome, cool. We won.
We won! Woo! That concludes the first scenario in the campaign for Taelmoor. So now we'll talk about our first impressions. So Kim, why don't you start?
I like this game. It's a lot of fun. The storytelling behind it is interesting. The theme gets me a lot more than the other game that we played, Chronicles of Crime. So this one's more up my alley personally. The combat sequence with the cards, when you look at all these cards, there's a lot of different options and you can really try to build different combinations. And when you read the cards properly, you can have nice combos and have it work out really well. The app integration is really good. It's quick response to your scans. The components are nice, and even though I know this is a prototype, that's it looks like good things are to come.
Definitely. Yeah. This is one of the better prototypes I've seen. I mean, we get all sorts of different levels of quality for prototypes, so this one's a good one. So, to echo your thoughts, I really like this game. I wasn't sure what to expect going into it because there's so many dungeon crawls out there, and another one, and I playing through Chronicles of Crime. It was a fine game. I liked some things they're trying to do with that with the QR code, which is kind of cool. But like parts of Chronicles of Crime, just kind of I ran into walls where like, well, I want to do this one thing. How do I make this work? And what do I scan to trigger what I want to say verbally? Right, and the puzzle, because of all the different people you can talk to, intricacies on that, it wound up being just a lot of scanning for me. And don't get me wrong, you scan a lot in this game too, but I feel like because it's more contained to a locale and more contained to different areas and different items, you are able to work through those puzzles. So the puzzles are still very good, in my opinion. In fact, I played the first campaign multiple times, and it took me a while to really figure out like what is really going on. To be honest. Why you give me that look?
Really?
Yes. First time I played it, it's like, what? I understand the things are moving around, but what door do we go in? And yeah, it's pretty. Anyway. Maybe I'm just really slow.
I don't know. The complexity, I think, will continue to ramp up in this one.
I assume so.
Because, I think that wasn't that complex.
Okay, well, you found it easier than I did. So, but yes. I think the app integration in this is fantastic. Now, I know not everyone likes apps in their games, but if you're okay with apps in the game, what they did with how it works on the phone, having it pop up on everyone's devices and being able to simultaneously contribute to like the dialogues when you're talking to NPCs is great. Because the one thing I don't like about apps is when they take away from playing the board in front of you. And this one, yes, granted, everyone's on their apps and technically plays with only one app of some kind, and you can share that device. But when everyone is reading the same text, it's basically like, hey, let's have copies of the story book and hand them out, right? To me, that's the same thing. It just has to be on the device. We're still engaged in what we're playing at the table. It just happens to be in electronic form. So that is fine, because I think it was the other way where, oh, I got this text. You did not get the text. I'm going to sit here and read on my phone while you have your phone in front of you, and guess what you're going to do?
Just wait for my turn.
Wait for your turn, go on Facebook or wherever, right? But the fact that like it is repeated on all the devices, it is synced really well across the devices, I feel engaged in the game, for sure, from that standpoint. And it's a very clean game. It doesn't have a lot of unnecessary overhead. Like we talked about the combat cards. I think they're great in design because it's fun. Don't get me wrong to say like, oh yes, I'm going to do this attack. I want to attack the bottom left guy for this much damage, right? And the cards have that printed on them. You cannot change that. It is going to attack the front row, the back row, whatever it is. Then that's what it is. It makes it quicker to resolve the combat. And we might think that's kind of a bad thing because, well, I really want to attack that guy over there. But the fun thing about it is there are other cards in decks that you can combo together to make that happen.
Yeah. So, for example, like Call of the Week, I can have my allies target the lowest enemy health. So I can
Perfect.
manipulate
Yes.
what is going on just based on different cards.
Exactly. Exactly. So that brings the strategy combat up a level. So I think the combat's really fun with whole fantasy Final Fantasy type animations going on. I don't know. I really like this game. It was really clever and really enjoyable.
Yeah, I had a great time, and I really appreciate the developers, getting back to Steve quickly because
Yes.
we got that first room of slimes, and there were six in there, and that was a lot, and we got trounced.
Hmm.
So going through it, we're like, is this really right? So knowing that they're playtesting it still, and still working through all that, and realizing that that was actually a four-player setup makes
Oops.
a lot of sense.
It does.
But the guys are awesome. They got back to Steve right away, and
Mhm.
we were able to just jump right back in, super easy, and finish it out.
Absolutely. So this one, I will take a look at it if you're okay with apps in your games and you want just a clean dungeon crawl. This is one worth looking into.
Yeah.
But thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you at the next stop.
Bye.
Bye.